It is with sadness that we announce the passing of Olsin Edmund of Roseau, also known as Zoe, who passed away at the OKEU Hospital on September 11, 2020 at 2:11 a.m. He was 50 years old. Zoe was predeceased by his father, Patrick Lubrin, also known as Handley of Vanna, his brothers Paul Edmund of Roseau and Dennis Byron of Vanna. Left to mourn his loss are his mother, Helen Edmund, also known as Eileen, of Roseau, now in the U.S., his son, Nixon Edmund, also known as Nick, of Wavine Poisson, brothers Patrick Edmund in the U.S., Achilles Edmund, also known as Lee Fon, of Roseau, Olsin Edmund, also known as Alulu, of Roseau, Noel Edmund, also known as Thibault, of Roseau, Farius Edmund, also known as Johnny in Martinique, Jacob Edmund of Roseau, Toby Edmund in Canada, Hildreth Isidore, also known as Ali Fox of Vanna, sisters Felicia Edmund of Roseau, Florentia Edmund, also known as Tisha of Roseau, Teresa Edmund, also known as Dudua of Roseau, Emily Edmund, also known as Cuffy of Roseau, Siobhan Edmund of Jackmel, and Selma Fannis of Cooleytown. 17 nieces, Faniska Edmund and Cherise Edmund of Jackmel, Trisha Edmund of Martinique, Serena Edmund of Monchy, Itania, Kedaidra, student nurse, and Shaquan Edmund of Roseau, Chauvel Francis and Tara Eluthe of Roseau, Nikia Johnson and Daniela Poliodo of the U.S., Daniela Fannis of Cooleytown, Annalisa Edmund of Carolee, Noella and Eula Edmund of Denry, Nikia Edmund of France, Colin Isidore of Vanna, 16 nephews, Cornelius Edmund, employed of Barbie Limited, Vicasey Edmund, employed of Royal St. Lucia Police Force, Michael Berthier, Hector Berthier, Jonathan Edmund, Tony Edmund, Kensley Edmund, Percy Edmund, Lianas Poliodo, all of Roseau, Andre Edmund and Earl Edmund of Martinique, Malik Edmund in Jackmel, Sheldon Rennie of Cooleytown, Turan Edmund of Marigot, Daniel Monzi and Patrick Poliodo, both of the U.S., Hazel Edmund in Canada, uncles Joseph Lubrin, also known as 10-1 of Jackmel, Hugh Lubrin and family of London, England, Anne Fan James and family of Canada, Thomas Peter of Belvivier 4, aunts, Enda Richard, also known as Linda of Roseau, Angelina James, also known as Angie of Jackmel, Cecil James, also known as Daphne of Jackmel, grandnieces Angelique Edmund of Martinique, Gianni Edmund, Cornelia Edmund, Kenisha Edmund, Coraya Edmund, all of Roseau, Catalia Edmund of Sarat, Eunice Lionel of Jackmel, grandnephews Cornelius Edmund, Rayshad Edmund, close cousins including Tasha Daniel and Joel Daniel of Roseau, Catherine, Liam and Elias Peter of Rodney Bay, godmother Veronica Jean-Marie, also known as Miss Andrea of Jackmel, close friend Simon Philip of Marigot, caretakers Adeline Fitz, Melva Paul, also known as Mence of Roseau, sister-in-law Joyce Orville of Debarra, brother-in-law Raymond Joseph, also known as Terry of Ancillary, Sylvester Taylor, better known as Shangu, who used to transport him to and from doctor, extended relatives, children of Joseph Lubrin and their families, children of Angelina James and their families, children of deceased Cecil James and their families, children of deceased Uncle Ralph Jamari and family, children of Aunt Claudina Thibbles and family, children of deceased Aunt Cleopha and family of Marigot, children of deceased Uncle Joseph Raymond of Bellevue, Vieux. Other relatives including the Edmund family of Roseau, Jackmel, Vanna, and Kenrys, the Lubrin family of Jackmel, Vanna, and Bobino, the Montoute family of Jackmel, Vanna, Ansley, the Titus and Popo families of Ansley, the Brown family of Mondo, the Byron family of Mondo, the St. Luce family of Mondo. Other family and friends both here and abroad too numerous to mention. The entire Roseau community. The funeral service of the late Olsin Edmund, better known as Zoe, will be held on Saturday, 3rd October 2020 at 1 p.m. at the Holy Family Parish Roseau Jackmel Church. The body will then be interred at the Jackmel Cemetery. The family of the late Olsin Edmund would like to remind persons attending the funeral that they should adhere to all COVID-19 protocols, wearing a mask and practicing social distancing.